What's really on offer here is a journey from fear and anxiety and stress and worry and restriction and limitation and upset and insomnia and living in scary thought and behaving in such a way that you're limited by your fear all of the time, to the life that I have now. Like, that was my experience, right? You guys know that. To the life where I have now, where I haven't returned to my old self, as in like footloose and fancy free and out and doing whatever I want to do and rah rah, you know, playing it big in the world again. I found something so much better than that as a result of being in this conversation that you guys are in now. Like, I have my life now, if I had to use adjectives to describe it, I would say it's more peaceful, it's more full of love, it's richer, it's more gorgeous, it's more juicy, it's more vibrant, it's more alive, it's way more simple. It's just a more beautiful life. And that's what's on offer as a result of this conversation. And I know, it seems to me that my anxiety, my experience with anxiety, which led me, is the thing that led me to this conversation, is the very thing I have to thank for my life being the way that it is right now. Because but for that frantic, anxious, terrifying part of my life, who knows whether when I bumped into this conversation I would have taken it seriously or not, who knows. But I know hand on heart that it is the thing that made the change for me. And it is the thing that meant that my life has a richness and a quality to it now that is just, I can't say enough good things about. Right? You know, when you have like just the most wonderful, kindest friend in the whole world and you can't say enough good things about them, it's kind of a bit like that. And I just want to share that with you because it's just really exciting to me when I read you know, your check-in forms, when I see that, you know, how you introduce yourself in the Facebook group, it so excites me to see, because I know what's possible for you. Right? So you tell me like your story of how you're struggling and how you're suffering, and when I read that story, it just fills me, it's really weird, right? But it just fills me with joy, because I know it's like, you know when you've got your kid like the best ever Christmas present and you put it under the tree and they have no idea it's coming, they just like wouldn't even expect it in a million years, but you know it's there, and you know Christmas is like, I don't know, 6 weeks away, right? And so you just, they come and they tell you all the woes about how they don't get the presents they like and nobody likes them and they're never going to, Christmas is going to be rubbish, and all the time you're thinking, yeah, I know what's under the tree. It feels a bit like that for me as I welcome you into the program. And I want you to know that, because I've seen so many people come through this program. I've seen so many over the last, gosh, how long have we been doing this? Last 3 years, seeing people come through this very program that you guys are in and the changes that happened for them. And so I want you to catch some of my hope, I guess, tonight, because I love the fact that thousands of people saw the invitation to that webinar and hundreds of people signed up for it, but hundreds of people didn't, right? So you were one of the hundreds of people that signed up for it. And then a certain number of those people came to the webinar and actually heard what I shared there. And it's only for a certain number of people did that touch them. And for a certain number of people, it turned their heads this way, right? Like, instead of just looking over here all the time, turned your head this way, and you don't really know what you've seen, but you saw enough to sign up and join me and be here and or listen to the recording of this tonight. And what I know to be true is the hardest part of this journey was that bit, and you've already done it, and it wasn't on you, right? You didn't get to decide that you were one of the ones. You were the one that turned around and went this way. Something else did that for you. Something else something, and we'll explore what that something is more, but something, your common sense, your wisdom, your intuition, whatever it is, something turned your head this way. Thousands of people didn't, but for you it did. And now you're looking in this new direction of what we're going to be exploring through this next 6 weeks together. And if you keep looking in this direction, you will see amazing things and your life will continue to get more wonderful, guaranteed.